Welcome to a little corner of consciousness, where we embark on this journey of consciousness expansion together, one coherent step at a time. On a little corner of consciousness, we explore coherence, expansion, and frequency as we move deeper into our wholeness together. I'm your host, Stephanie Ablett. Welcome to the show. Hello, love loves. Welcome back to another episode of A Little Corner of Consciousness. I'm your host, Stephanie Ablett. And this week, I'd like to talk about the process of wholeness and how coming into wholeness, you can begin to feel almost empty. And it's such a fascinating journey. I really wanted to have a chat about it with you. You know, as we go through the healing journey, when we get to the stage where we no longer wish to live how we have been living, you know, from learned behaviors, limitation, fear, when we come to realize that the life we're living is not the life we're meant to live, we start to heal ourselves. We start to unlearn all of the conditioning that we took on. We start to speak with and reparent our inner child. And we start to heal and reintegrate all the different parts of us. And through that process, we begin to start to recognize how all the different parts of us are taking so much space up in our bodies, in our psyche, in our minds, in our thoughts, that had kind of fractured us, and it was keeping us from the wholeness that is innately within us at all times. And I've spoken about this before, as if there is wholeness, your expanded self, your seed of life, deep within the core of you. It is the pure essence that lives in the very core of you. And on the outer parts of your body are all the different parts of you, are all the collected, fragmented parts of you that become stuck in different parts of the body, become stuck in our energy. And as we heal these different parts of us, they are reunified within the core of us. And we get to a stage where we remember our wholeness, where we no longer feel fractured, where all the different parts of us are welcomed back into the wholeness that we innately are. And that is wholeness embodied. And I feel that I have reached this phase. Yes, I am still human. Yes, I have faults. Yes, I have days where I think, what the hell am I doing? What did I just say? Did I really respond in that way? And yet, I am able to still have love for myself and still feel that I am in wholeness. So in the phase of healing, in the phase of reintegrating all of the parts of you to come back into your wholeness, you start to feel as though you are emptied. And you begin to feel how much actual space is available within your energy, within your body. You become expanded within the body. When I close my eyes and sit in meditation, I no longer feel the boundary of my body. I no longer feel the borders of my energy. I come back into the vibrant, moving, open space that is my essence. And in meditation this week, I really felt the emptiness. And I don't mean that in a sense that it feels hollow or void. The opposite, that it is emptiness that is welcoming the divine of God, of Source, to move in, to take up that space. And there is something so powerful and so beautiful about feeling that wholeness as emptiness, because it is pure freedom. It is coherence. It is clarity. It is peace. It is our essence when we are no longer fighting all the different parts of us and have become unified within. And the process of healing all the different parts of us it can be a long journey, because sometimes it's very hard for us to accept different parts of us because we have really detached from them. We've really made them wrong. We've really seen their faults. We have recognized them as something we really dislike. But it's not actually the part of you that you dislike. It's the way in which someone else responded to you for being that person, for being that way. It doesn't inherently make them wrong. It was just that the way that someone else responded was not in love and understanding. And so healing the parts of us can just be as simple as acceptance, forgiveness, and letting the different parts of us be truly loved. Because the only thing that is needed to come back into your wholeness is fully, unconditionally loving who you are. And if that feels difficult, then maybe you need to sit in silence and ask to remember yourself as God, as Source, as a fractal of the all. Because there's nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You don't need fixing. You just need forgiveness. You just need to let those different parts of you feel seen, heard, and loved so that they can reintegrate. If you feel like you're battling different parts of you, it is only because they just wish to be seen so that they can be witnessed, feel heard, feel seen, and be released. They want nothing more than to come back into that wholeness that lives within you, because it is breathtakingly beautiful. They don't want to be fractured. They don't want to be isolated. They want to be in wholeness. And as soon as you allow them to be held and seen and loved, that part of you, that programming, those thoughts that you have fought against, dissolve away. Because it was never you. It was only the way that someone had responded to you. And now that you have seen them, now that you have accepted them, now that you have softened them and allowed them to be loved, they reintegrate. They fall back into the wholeness that you are. And so sit in silence, sit in stillness. Allow these parts of you to come up, to be seen, to be heard, to be felt. If you see an age of yourself, see that small self and just let them be seen, let them be hugged, let them be accepted. And let them come back into the light that is held within the core of you. And the more work that you do working on the different parts of you, the easier it is for you to just witness these parts, witness these energies, and allow them to reintegrate. And the process softens and you understand that you can give yourself unconditional love. And in that process, you come back into wholeness, unified from within. And that is when the magic happens. That is when you are coherently resonating as a single tone, as a single constant frequency, instead of being static. You are a direct, clear channel. You are a clear station on the radio, sending a clear signal, being coherent energy, being a coherent frequency, the frequency that is you. And that allows the seed of life within you to really come online, to expand, to start to fill that empty space with your divine presence, with presence itself, where you are able to be more present with yourself in your life, where you are not haunted by the past or worried about the future. You can just be. You can just live and be in the moment and have the capacity to fully have the experience that you are in the moment. Fully loving it, fully seeing everything that is around you. And that is what life experience as a human is all about. And there we can have the capacity, the understanding, the compassion, the love for others to see that they are just not in their wholeness yet. And that's okay. And the more that we can hold the signal of wholeness within us, the more we are bringing that clarity to them, to help them to seek that clarity within themselves, to help spark the inspiration to do the work for themselves. Wholeness is an emptying, but it's not the voided space of emptiness. It is the emptying of the space that was never meant to be filled, but inherently is filled by being human. By having those experiences fractured, by not having the awareness or the level of consciousness to understand the way that life works. But as we raise our consciousness, as we expand our consciousness and begin to have generations of expanded consciousness, We can come into wholeness at younger and younger ages, or stay in wholeness, because we are born whole. It is our life experience that fractures us. The more whole we can be within ourselves, the more whole we can hold others in. The more wholeness we can hold others in. And may that lead to generations of peace. The wholeness is not something that we are reaching for. It is something we are returning to, because it is already within us. And if it helps, sit in silence and just ask to return to that wholeness, to let go of all the parts of you that you have been fighting, to let in the love that you're capable of feeling in order to accept and honor all the parts of you. And just let yourself sit in that stillness, in that space of surrender every day. It gets easier and easier as you deepen your understanding of what you truly are, which is an infinite being, which is God, which is a fractal of the all, which is a seed of life itself with absolute infinite energy, infinite power, infinite love, infinite understanding. It lives within you. Have faith that as you expand, as you open, as you release, as you surrender, it all falls into place. It all makes complete sense. It all comes back into the one. I have so much infinite love for you. I'm recording this at 111. It's all unfolding. It's all to move you back into the remembrance of what you truly are. And my love, it is beautiful. It is incredible. It is filled with awe and wonder and love, overflowing love. It's miraculous. You are miraculous. Let's stop fighting the different parts of us and remember that they're just children. And those children just need to be seen, to be heard, to be loved, and they just melt into you. As a child melts into the arms of their parents when they are fully seen and loved. All of your parts will melt back into your wholeness, and you will remember what it feels like to be complete, to not want for anything, to just be and be free and be loved and supported by the divine. It's not being different, it's just remembering. Because you were never separate. None of us is separate. Nothing is separate. It's all the one. And may we all resonate at that beautiful infinite tone that comes from the seed of life that is our essence within us. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for receiving this transmission. Take this to heart. Contemplate. Sit in stillness. Let it integrate. Let yourself integrate. And I'll see you in the next episode. Hello, lovely listeners. Thank you so much for giving your time and energy to this episode of A Little Corner of Consciousness. Now that you have received this transmission, give yourself time to ground it in. Allow it to land in your body and to move through your body. Let the energy move through your centers to your root and down into the earth. Bring it all the way down into the center of the earth. And let the transmission become grounded, rooted, and embodied. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share. Please leave a review. Please download, follow the show. Help me to reach more individuals. And if you'd like to learn more about my work, visit stephanieablett.com. I'm sending you so much love. Until next time.